Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about, the specs of the car. And I know this is my 2016 Charger Scat Pack, and I know a lot of people out there that are looking for this car. You know about the horsepower, about the about the horsepower, different colors, and the tires, but I haven't really seen anybody really go into the specs of the car, like the technology part of it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now for y'all. I like to give y'all videos on, just acknowledging y'all, just giving y'all more information about the car, so that when you actually go and see it, you actually know everything about the car, not just horsepower, not just the Ford, or it's a 485 horsepower car, the tire, to tell you everything about the car. So to start it off, first thing, this car takes premium, which you can see. I have 100 miles left on my car, and it's at half a tank. So I'm gonna show y'all my my MPG. All right, here we go. So what you see, I get 11.8 miles per gallon, which isn't bad. I used to have it up in the right hand corner where you see the temperature, which is 83. I used to have it up in the right hand corner, but when you have this car, you don't want to see, you really don't care to see your MPG. So what you can see, my speedometer, how fast the car go, my vehicle information, which I just showed you, the tire pressure, which is really good, and it's really accurate, and it adjusts, honestly. Like when it's really hot outside, it's at like 41 in the rear, but the front two never changes. They're always at 36. What else? You see the coolant temperature. You see in transmission temperature, which is crazy. Again, this car does not have a transmission dipstick. So one time I had the hood pop, and I couldn't find the transmission dipstick, and I really was looking for it until I read the owner's manual, and it doesn't have one. So this lets you know, and it'll get low. They'll tell you when, your transmission, your engine oil, is low. The oil temperature, the oil pressure, again. So which is a great thing to know. So you'll know if you need oil. The oil life, 94%. And this is something you can change. What you see, it says I press the OK button to reset, which is really good. I know in my wife's car, I have to turn it off. I have to press another button, and then turn the ignition halfway. I don't have to do all of that on the Charger Scat Pack at all. Just hit the button OK, and it resets. So it lets you know the battery voltage, how much your battery, your air intake, your engine torque, which is really cool. I usually keep it on engine torque when I'm driving. I just like it from my point of view. But what you can see, if I press on the gas, it goes up. What you can see, my RPM, and I can raise it. It don't go that high because the car is not like in drive, but when you have it in drive, you'll see your engine torque is constantly in the 300s, even when you're driving slow. Next, the performance page, which is really cool, which I'm not a racer, which you can see. My top speed is 81. I'm not a fast driver, but you can see that, if you want to test how fast you go, which my best is 4.9, which you can see. I just don't really drive fast. So 4.9, that's not bad when I'm not even pushing it. It's just my normal driving. But you can see the 0 to 100, your eighth quarter, your fourth quarter mile, your braking distance, which is really, really cool. You can see on there. Your G-force, which I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit closer. So you can see the G-force of it, which is really cool. But you can see what you're on top is at 96. And as you drive, all these numbers change, which is really, really decent. What else to show y'all? My fuel economy, which you've seen. My trip, which is normal on most cars. Your audio, which is normal. Your messaging, which is the great thing, because when I'm driving, text messages come up on my dash, and it also comes up over here. But supposedly, if you have your climate on, right now, it'll pop up right here. It'll still show there, but it'll pop up right here and it'll ask you, would you like to, would you like to answer it? Would you like to listen to it? Which is a really, really cool thing, because then you can keep your eyes on the steering wheel. I think this is cool to your screen setup. So if I press OK, you see it's the upper left hand corner, which you can see that it's kind of red now. So I can change that. I can change the upper right hand corner, but you see that it changed. What you see that it just changed, and the red was over here, now it's over there. So as I see restore the default current gear, what you see it says is in park. What you see is in park, because you see my odometer lit up. So this is stuff that you can change, which is a really decent thing. So you really don't have to, you can change it to customize to your feeling. Your gear display. So if I don't want my gear display there, or I want to change it, I can click on it. I can see full, I can see single, which I found is really decent, which is really cool. Which I think I'm going to keep that way now. That was cool. I didn't even know that. But you see, setting, save. Your center, which is up here, which I keep that with my my speed. But you can change it if you wanted to. So if I was to click on it, I can have it say something else, which you can see. Now it says say temperature, your time. But I usually doesn't bother with that one. I just keep it with the speed. Over here, now I'm going to the the dashboard. You have your radio. Sorry y'all. What you see, it comes with, this is what I'm listening to, which is hip hop. But you can change it as you go. So so I have me. These two are mine. Then I have my wife. I have my children. When I want to listen to some gospel or some inspiration or motivation, Joel Osteen. And NFL radio. So for y'all guys that like football, if you like basketball, you like baseball, you can have it that while you're driving, up here in the corner, which you can't see, but it says low, that's my air temperature. What you see as I change it, that changes. So it says low, but that's because right here. So as you customize your temperature, you see you can go up, which is really cool. So you can change the degrees, or you can slide it either one, which is high for heat. And if your wife, if your boyfriend, if your girlfriend, whoever want to keep it low, they keep it low. You can raise it. Circulation, which is normal stuff. The windshield, the back windows over here, which is pretty decent. So like I was saying with the radio over here, so you can change it. So most chargers come with the SXM radio. So it comes with like a year free, even on a used charger. But it's like for 6 months, it's like $20. So which isn't bad at all, because you have your own music on your phone. But if you ever get tired, you can have your own radio station, and you don't really have to be all choosy with it. And you can replay that song, which is decent, browse, rewind it, whatever, which is a good feature to have on your phone. And if your phone is connected like mine is, what you see, I was watching something on Matt on YouTube about lunar climate control, which you can see you can switch it to however you like. Your apps, but you can see your apps right here, your climate control. This is I find really cool. Your control over here, which is your mirror dimmer, which it'll dim your mirror, which is so crazy. So you can see in my background, my windows are tinted, so but you can see that it'll darken my mirror. And it's supposed to be you're driving and you really want to be focused on the road. You don't want to look at you driving. You want to be focused on the road, but you don't want to look at your screen. You can hit screen off and it's just black. Look at that. So right now I can be driving and my screen is straight black. And if you touch it, it comes back on. But you see that's a decent feature to have. You have your navigation. You have your navigation right here. Where to your view map, information, emergency. Even up here, what you can see, 911. So if there's an accident, something happened, I can click that button, and it'll automatically connect to 911, which is a decent thing. Back to the apps, your performance page, which is right here. Same thing, the same thing over here, but it's right here. So you have your timer. Again, it has a sheet. Your 0 to 60, your 0 to 100, your eighth, quarter mile, all that. I don't use that. I'm not a racer. Your cooling temperature, your air pressure gauge, you know, your battery, and this stuff changes as you drive. My engine. If I step on I put my foot on the gas, you see everything changes. Which you see my horsepower, my torque, everything changes, which is a decent feature to have for all y'all guys that want to go fast. And even right here, watch this. I'm going to put my screen back on normal. See my steering wheel? I'm going to turn it this way. We're just gonna put it like this. And watch. You know what? Supposedly if I'm at a red light and somebody wants to race me, supposedly, I can hit my super track mode. But before then, you hit your sports mode. Watch this. You see the green flag just popped up. So all the horsepower you have, like if you don't have the sport mode on, you turn it off, on, off, on, off. The car it don't drive that fast when you have it off, honestly. I guess the traction control is on, you're not really going that fast. But when you put it on, this car can move. And what you see, even though it says traction control off right there, it's technically not really off. Watch this when I turn it back on. Traction control is sport. So it's still on, even though it says off right there, but it's still technically on. But and what you can see, this stuff that I can adjust. So with the performance page, see if I can show y'all. We go to the, if I would hit the super track button, see right here, see my drive mode setup. So when I have it in sport, you see current mode is sport because is on. In transmission, sport, everything sport. This stuff all can be changed, which is a great thing. If I hit sport setup, which you can see, it doesn't have the 392 Charger has a few more modes, a few more, you know, gadgets and stuff, but this is pretty normal. Like, see, I have it in sport. I have the paddles on, so I have my paddles. I don't really use them because I feel like the automatic is perfect enough. Traction control, which is on sport. It's not on normal. It's on sport. And my steering is uncomfortable. You know, when I'm driving fast, I want the steering wheel to be very soft. I don't really want it on sport because it stiffens up. I mean, it really, really, really does stiffen up. It does, like, it's not hard to turn, but if you live in a city and you're turning back and forth, like left and right, your forearms start to hurt. If you drive with one hand, like all of us do, eventually it'll start to hurt. You see, I can click it, normal, sport, comfy mode, you know, whatever. But again, so I'm gonna go back, and you suppose if I wanted to hit launch control, I'm sitting at the light, somebody wants to race me, I can active launch control. Just watch what happens. Launch mode control, launch mode activated. Follow instructions to cluster to launch. But look at that. Look at that. I want y'all to see it. To launch, steering wheel must be straight. So it's like the car really does look out for you. And watch what happens when right now I'm going to straighten the steering wheel out. Y'all can't see it, but I'm gonna straighten it out. Look at that. Vehicle must be in drive now. Watch. So I'm going to put it in drive. And then drive. To launch, press brake and quickly apply full throttle. And as I do that, I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm showing y'all the tutorial. See, the vehicle must be in drive, but it's a really decent thing. And even with the RPM, I can change it. Right now I'm at, 1750. Let's see how far it goes up. 3,500 RPM, which is crazy. You know the wheels are going to spin. This car comes with 245. These wheels are going to spin. Watching other people YouTube, they brought it down to I think to there maybe, and I think that's pretty decent. That's pretty normal for you to get a good jump. Again, this is launch control. This is something, this is if you don't want to use the paddle shifter. You can just hit the launch control, just the launch control, and you get everything on and popping, which is really, really decent. Just press the button, get everything on and popping. So you can see if I don't want to race, I hit the button and I'll cancel it. Hit the exit out. These are all my running apps. So like you can download apps or whatever to your car, you know, Facebook, whatever. While I'm driving, I don't need to be on no app while I'm driving, so I just don't do it. But you know, but you can see you have a few apps on there. You have quite a lot of apps on here, which is Wi-Fi hotspot, vehicle user guide. So it tells you a lot about the car. You know, this is a really good thing to have. Your navigation, and this is honestly it. This is really it for y'all. Thank y'all for watching and subscribe. Look at that. That's another thing too. If your car is in drive, I mean if it's in park, you don't just sit in your car with the car on. What you see in the beginning of the video, I had 100 miles left. I have 95. I haven't even went nowhere. I have 95. So 5 miles just came off the car. Why? V8, 500 horsepower. It's going to take up gas. So again, if you don't need to drive your car, but you want to sit in it, roll the windows down, but don't have the air on. Like what you can see, I have the air on, and if you turn the knob, but you can see it goes up. I have the air on. I'll turn it off. If I were to keep my air on, my range of miles will go down. Like honestly, it'll go down to like 80, which is not normal for most cars, but you know, pretty decent. And even up here, you see you have for y'all guys who got a car garage and everything. I don't have a car garage. I live in the city. Currently, I'll be moving very soon. Once I graduate in January, I'll get a house. But which is a great thing, you know, priorities. I felt to get the car first because the house, something you keep forever. You know, I felt like to get your little, because once you get a house, I feel like once you get a house, and it's just my opinion. This is my opinion. Once you get a house, you know, I don't know your finances, but again, I'm a 9-to-5 family guy. You know, stuff start coming out of nowhere, like this bill, that bill. You need car, you need your house insurance. You know, just stuff to start to happen. You need furniture, even if you move your old furniture. Like I don't make a lot. I make a decent amount to make a good living. But I felt like, you know, get the car of my dreams first. And I'm still saving. And then when I graduate and then I become a teacher, I really have, you know, the money, everything. I know teachers don't make that much, but people say that, but that's not true. Teachers make more than what you think, and they get raises yearly. So, so that was my opinion. I got my house first. I got my car first. Then I'm going to go and get my house, because I know once I have my house, my family can live in it. I can live comfortable. But if I would have went and got the house first, the car, I probably would never got the car. I would have put the car. I was like, oh, I get the car later. I'm gonna get it. But now knowing I have the car, so I go look for a house, I can say, all right, you know, I'm looking for a $200,000 house, $300,000 house, $100,000 house. I can take the car into expense because I only had a car for 5-year loan. My car is a 5-year loan. But you know, usually your mortgage on your house is like a 30-year loan. So why not get the car first if you can? You know, your finances might be different from my finances, but for me, get the car first, then get the house first. Because once you get the house, you can't get the car of your dream. But you get your car first, then you can still get your house, you know, and then you might not. And, you know, it might help you out, actually, because, you know, you're looking at, like, okay, boom, I got the car payment. My car payment is $600 a month, which isn't bad for a Scat Pack. Then I'm financing it. I'm not leasing. I'm financing my Scat Pack. So, and for 5 years, not 7, not 6, 5 years. So, with that in mind, now I know that, okay, well, I can get a house at $200,000, knowing that, okay, I graduate very soon, get a house, the car will be paid off very soon, like my income tax, you know, little stuff here and there. I pay that off. Now I had a car. I'll have the car, and then I'll have the house of my dreams. But so instead of getting a house, I got the car first. So, you know, if you like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think.